Hey YouTube, welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Anita, also known as a retired millennial over on Instagram and here on YouTube. I'm going to be showing you over the next 7 days how much I spend. This is an interesting week to capture this because it's the end of February and I'll be going into the beginning of March, and you'll see how wildly different my expenses are at the beginning of the month versus the end of the month. So stay tuned until the end to check out everything. Alright, before we dive in, I would like to give you some context. This video is in collaboration with a total of 7 women, me being one of them. So there are 6 other ladies across the country who are also documenting what they spend in a week. You should definitely check out their videos. I've linked each one below in the description box. All these women are very inspiring to me. They also post about personal finances over on Instagram and have their own YouTube channels as well. So I'm excited for you to see what they spend money on and also share what I spend money on. Alright, so let's start with some context. I live in Marina, California, and I'm going to share with you the cost of living here. So where is Marina, California? Let's take a look at this map here. So it's outlined in blue. So this is the central coast here. So you have Santa Cruz just kind of right at the tip of that like crescent-shaped peninsula there. This is about 2 hours south of San Francisco and maybe 4 or 5 hours away from LA. Alright, so yeah, Marina scores at 151. It is a little below average in relative to its neighboring towns of Pacific Grove, Pebble Beach, and Carmel and Monterey. So in comparison to San Jose, it's also below the cost of living of San Jose and below the cost of living in San Francisco. So here I am, and I will mention that where I live is technically Fort Ord. Fort Ord encompasses like so many towns. There's like part of Monterey, Seaside, Marina, even Salinas. My neighborhood's not actually in these perimeters, but it's a Marina zip code and Marina address. So I am saying Marina for all purposes of cost of living. So the cost of living in Marina is $151, so it is above average for the United States. And then you can see how groceries measure. It is above average again for the state and the country. And then housing is also above average for the state and the country. Let's dive in and I'll catch you at the end of this video at the end of the week. So if we start from Wednesday of the last Wednesday of February, actually spend any money on anything that day. The next day on Thursday, however, my boyfriend did make some oysters for us for lunch, and I did run out of French bread, and then since he was making a trip, I had him bring milk as well, and we brought a few other things like lemon and cilantro for the meal, and that cost me a total of $9.92 for everything. And the end of the month, kind of, you'll notice with food, I kind of just start getting things as I need them. And then Friday, I went to Target with my boyfriend to pick out a gift for my little sister. Me and my boyfriend did split that, so my part for her gift was $15. We got her a LOL kind of car, and she was like obsessed with it. And then that same trip, we also got some dinner super low cost dinner. We made some wings, and we got some juice to go on the side with that. And we just put the wings in the air fryer, and then I had some different seasonings at home that my boyfriend ended up using. And my part for that was $6, so very inexpensive dinner. And then on Saturday, we spent most of the day at a birthday party for my little sister. And then in the evening, we did go to the store because I needed some more coffee and creamer, and I needed shipping tape as well. So I just included that all in the same category for monthly variable. And then we also bought some dinner for that evening, which was like a pizza, frozen pizza. And then altogether, my part was $11. And they did charge us too much for that tape. So we did call the clerk over, and they did adjust the price. The price was originally, or it said at $1.49, but for some reason it rang up as $6.29. So we got that fixed, thankfully. It was a good catch. And on Saturday, earlier that day, my cousin who makes earrings was having a pop-up event at her house with different creators. Local creators who were selling their stuff, and I did buy one of her earrings, which I have not picked up, but I made sure to support her. I paid $18 for those earrings, and I charged it as my personal expense. And then on Sunday was a pretty packed day. My boyfriend and I met up with his parents. We went and started our day at church in the morning. And then we went into Monterey to have some food, and I did go to Pete's, and I did actually buy a cup of coffee and a little sandwich. Everybody else went to Ike's, but it's in the same parking lot, so I went there. I needed my cup of coffee since I didn't get any at church. My total expense at Pete's was $9.63. However, I did use my Buy Me a Coffee money that I got from one of my supporters. So thank you very much for that, Buy Me a Coffee. So I actually ended up spending $5.33 on that, but I listed it as this amount for my budget purpose. And I will say, if you at all are inspired by my work and would like to support me in a tangible way, Buy Me a Coffee is a great way to do that. So I will link that in my description box below, and you are welcome to treat me to a coffee. So anyway, on Sunday we went to Carmel, and we did a kind of impromptu thrifting. I was not expecting to buy as many things as I did, but I ended up spending $28.02 there. Everything was half off, and I found some great items. I will be making a video on that, and I will link that video when I have it right up here, so you can check out that thrift haul. I found a lot of cute home decor items, so definitely check that out. And I'm just including that as notes because I don't usually include my business with my budget. Sunday was eventful. Then came Monday. Monday was March 1st, and rent was due. So went ahead and did that, and that's actually done automatically. So that came out of my bank account. And then my tithe also came out of my bank account. And then I went grocery shopping that day. I was going to go on Sunday, but there was already a lot going on, and I kind of had like a half working brain because it took me forever to get my coffee. But I just wasn't feeling it that day. And I had not that much sleep because of the busy Saturday. Woke up on Monday and needed groceries. So I went to the grocery store and went back to Monterey for a Trader Joe's haul, and that cost me $70.34. I mainly get frozen foods and snacks at Trader Joe's, and I keep my protein, dairy, and produce to grocery outlet as much as I can. So I did spend $43.12 at grocery outlet and $4.96 again at grocery outlet because I saw some sparkling water that I wanted a little too late, so I needed to make a second purchase for that. And I got the coconut flavor. And so later that day, I did ship out a lot of items from the weekend, and I don't normally include these in my budget, but I did spend money on them, so I am going to include them here. So I spent a total of $61.71 on shipping. Most of that came from 2 heavy items. One of those items were rollerblades, and the other was a TV. So that actually cost quite a bit. I have 2 planned expenses for tomorrow. The first is rather large, and it's definitely kind of not part of the plan. But what I am doing is actually redirecting some of my down payment money into my investment account. So I am going to shoot to have $100,000 invested before my 30th birthday, which is in August. So that will be coming out of my high yield savings account. What that means for my down payment, by the way, it just means that I'm going to extend that goal by 1 calendar year. So I am just setting myself back for 1 year, and it's a decision that I'm okay with. I'm in no rush to buy a home, especially in this market. So if something comes up, I should still have enough for like a 3 or 5% if it's a great deal. But if not, I'm okay with actually planning on waiting another year. And the other thing that I will be doing tomorrow is sourcing. So I'm going to go sourcing, and again, I don't usually include this in my budget, but because I am spending money on it, I will include it on here. So that is what I have spent money on in 7 days, the end of February and the beginning of March. Alright, so we made it to the end of the week. It is now March 3rd, and I have spent a total of $6,738.99 in 7 days. Now this is not typical because of that $5,000 withdrawal from my high yield savings account. This did not come from money that I earned in February or March. This is, long, hard-earned money that I am redirecting to reach my 100K by 30 goal. 100K invested by 30 goal. So I hope you enjoyed watching everything that I spent money on and how it was different the end of February versus the beginning of March. Don't forget to check out the 6 other videos that are similar to this to see what everybody else spent their money on, and their links are in the description below, so be sure to give yourself some time to binge on that. And as always, hit that like button if you got any inspiration to save more, invest more, or earn more money. Check me out on Instagram for more personal finance content, or follow me here on YouTube where I mainly document my $0 to $1 million goal, where I flip random things hoping to reach $1 million by investing my profit. And I will see you here next week.